Okay, VOPM. Alright. Welcome to the channel. This is Jack the Gamer 3. And today, I will be showing you guys how to install VOPM in the FL Studio. Now, if you came across this video, I'd already assumed that you have FL Studio installed, already had a tough time trying to get VOPM to work and all that. And it was just a huge pain. And I'm gonna be real with you guys, it was a pain for me. It took me days to figure this out. Like, I just could not figure out how in the world am I supposed to install this on a MIDI player. So, turns out it was easier than I thought it would be. Way easier than I thought it would be. So, I'm gonna go ahead and try to make this as easy as possible, the way I got this to work. And if you still cannot figure out what the heck you're supposed to be doing, make sure to hit that dislike button, unsubscribe, because at that point, I would deserve it. So, the first thing you want to do is open up your browser. Any browser would work, doesn't matter. But basically, you want to type in VOPM download. And actually, you don't even have to use a browser. I'll just have the link in the description. But this is the one you want to look for. Download free Yamaha YM2151 emulation plugin. Make sure you go to this link. Click on that. Now I'm going to keep it real with you guys. I don't use Mac. I don't like Mac. I use Windows. I like Windows. So usually I use Win64 VST. But either one would do the job. I really don't see why 32 wouldn't work. Yeah, that should work fine as long as, you got the system that you have, you do you. So, yeah, I usually get Win64 VST. It's honestly optional. You can get either one. But, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and get Win64 VST VOPM, as you can see. And as you can see, this is how the folder should look like. If it doesn't look like this, then you are way off track. You need to go to my YouTube channel and go to the exact link that I sent. But other than that, open up File Explorer. Sorry about that. And then basically what you want to do is go to this PC. Now, it'll say what driver it is. Mine's is Windows C. This is what it should look like. It may look different, but your main driver, you know what I'm saying? Your main driver. You want to go here. Then you want to go to Program Files. And then you want to look for a folder called Image Line. Then look for a folder, the first one. It should be called FL Studio 20. Now, before I get any more into this video, I want to say that I do have the demo version. So for all the demo users of FL Studio, this will work. This will work. Don't need to worry. Yeah, just don't worry about it. This VST works on the demo version. That's all you have to know. So I do have the full version. I got it for free. We don't talk about it though. But anyways, you want to open this folder up. You want to go to plugins. And then basically this is where you're going to put your files. So basically you just want to select all of these. And then you just want to drag it over to plugins. Remember, it has to be Image Line, FL Studio, and plugins. I would use the full version of FL Studio, but I don't feel like grabbing my USB drive and backing it all up again. I don't mean to say this to brag. It's just that, yeah, this will work on the demo or the full version. Difference between the two is that you actually get to export your songs on the full version, but I'm just using the demo version for now because, I'm lazy. And I just factory resetted my computer literally yesterday. So just gonna go ahead and use the demo, get this over with. But yeah, make sure all these are in plugins. That's all you want to make sure. and then simply open up FL Studio. And sorry for talking a lot. This is my first time making a tutorial in 2 years. So basically what you want to do is go to view up here. You want to go to an option that says view. Now you want to make sure that channel rack is selected. Make sure this is selected right here. Now, if your channel rack looks like this, it's because this button is yellow. Simply just unselect it, and then bam. This is how the channel rack should look like. This is how it should look like. So basically, now what you want to do is go to add. And then you see on the very top where it says more plugins, you can't miss it. You want to press on more plugins. Now, what you want to do now is click on the very bottom. It says manage plugins. And then on the left where it says plugin search paths, you want to press this button right here. It's all the way to the corner. And then you want to select a folder in which you have VOPM in. So select this folder. And then basically what you want to do now is press find more plugins. And basically what this does is it scans all the plugins that you put onto the folder, right? So now scroll down until you see something called VOPM EX. This should be the folder. So I'm gonna star it. VOPM or VOPMEX. This is the file that's VOPM. Want to make sure this is the one, and it should be by Sam. VOPM.dll. This is what you want to have on your stuff. So I'm gonna just unselect that. Gonna close out of that, and then basically what you want to do now, where I just clicked, there's a huge list of stuff. I don't know what the other stuff is, but basically click on plugin database. Let me just make this easier. Basically click on plugin database, then press on installed, and then it should say generators right here. You want to press on generators if this isn't selected. Should look like this when you first use it, but just click on generators and then VST, and then VOPM should be right here. But I'm gonna go through this one more time just in case you guys are confused, because I already had this stuff opened. Basically, first plugin database, next installed, next generators, and then finally VST. These are all the ones you want to have open. So basically you just want to click on VOPMMX or VOPMX, and then you want to drag it to any of the channels, and then there you go, you have VOPM. It was that easy. At least I think it is. Let me just unfull screen this. Sorry about that. Oops. Here's VOPM. Yeah. Crap. I think all of my OPM files are on my USB. So I'm going to go ahead and pause this video, but I'm going to unpause it to show you guys how this works, just in case you don't know how it works. So I'll be back. So, crap. How do I pause this? I don't know. Shoot. Actually, I'll just keep it on. Let me go get my USB. It should be somewhere. I don't know. Sorry for the wait. I was gonna pause the video, but I don't know how. Yeah, I'm a noob. So yeah, I will have all of the OPM files, which I'm going to show you what they are, also in the link in the description. So let me just grab all of my OPM files and also some MIDI files. Where are the MIDI files at? Shoot. There are the MIDI files. Alright. While we wait for this to download, I'm gonna go ahead and figure out how in the world do I pause this. How do I pause the video? Hotkeys. Alright. Hotkeys. Pause recording. I'm gonna go ahead and put that for 1. So yeah, I'll see you guys there. I hope it worked. Oops. Gotta make sure it's paused. I don't think it paused the video. Okay. I'm not sure if it paused it, but shoot, let me just have this opened. Just waiting for all my stuff to copy over. Bear with me. Basically, for those who don't know, I'm showing you how to use this now. Watch the entire video though. If you're just skipping, watch the whole thing, because I'm not only showing you how to use this, but how to install it. So, yeah. I'm not sure if the video's paused or not. Oh my god. Okay, well, it finally installed. Sorry about that. Ear was itching. But yeah, it finally installed. Well, not installed, but basically all my OPMs, MIDI stuff, you know. Now, basically, I'm going to also put the OPM files in the description. Because basically what these do is they're like instruments. They're instruments that let you that you can use in like MIDI files. It like converts it. It converts the original instruments. You could also use this for making music, but basically it converts like the music into retro gaming music. You know, NES type music. It basically converts the instruments and all that. So that's why I'm saying make sure to have the channel rack open. So the channel that you have with VOPM on it will kind of sound something like this, which I'm about to show you. But these are all my OPM files. You want to make sure they're literally called OPM files. You want to make sure these are all OPM, you know what I'm saying? All OPM. Because this is how you use, you know, the whole app. So basically where it says import, you want to go to where you have your OPMs located. In this case, I'm using a Midway arcade collection. Basically, you could choose any game you want. You could choose Tubin, Marble Madness, Gauntlet, Badlands. I'm gonna use Badlands because one of my favorite sounds of all times are in this OPM. So I'm gonna go ahead and choose Credit OPM. And then basically, once you have that in there, it should sound something like this. An old sound, yeah. An old sound. You can even make this out of stuff. Sounds like Road Blaster. Then you can also make it sound like Paperboy. Pretty cool. You can also use other instruments. I'll go ahead and use score entry. Let's see how that sounds. Some of these sound real cringe though, because you know they're old school. Some of them are literally just like sound effects. That was a little example, but if you have like a folder with MIDI files in there, all you have to do is just, you see where all the list of stuff, all you have to do is just drag this into anywhere. And then all the MIDI stuff should be right here. In this case, I'm going to use, what MIDI file should I use? Don't mind all the weird names. I know. Is this no, that's not a MIDI file. You want to make sure the MIDI files kind of look like this. Can't find the MIDI file I'm looking for, so I'm just gonna choose one of the MIDI files I know. So in this case, I'm just gonna choose Green Grove Zone because, you know, only one I could find. And then basically we just wait for it to load. Now, I'm gonna mute all these channels except for one, because there's like multiple instruments. Basically, to make all the channels mute, you press on the green button and it should turn black, and then bam. So this is the one I have open. This is the main, you know, part of the song. So, you see how it sounds, you know, boring at first? Whoa. It sounds something like that at first. But with VOPM, which again, plug-in, installed, generators, VST, VOPMX, you can convert it into an instrument of your choice you would like to use of a retro game. In this case, I'll use Badlands again. Why not? But then it'll change. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. I also have some Sega stuff in here. Let's see. Where's the Sega stuff? Sega stuff. Sega. So, in this case, I'll use Fantasy Zone, my #1 favorite Sega game as all times, so you can clearly tell. Now it'll sound like this. Some cool stuff, but this is basically how you use VOPM. I hope this helped you guys out a lot, because honestly, at the start, it really pissed me off trying to get this to work. This was about a few months ago, maybe back in June. I'm not sure, but I hope this helped you guys out. It was weird doing this in like 2 years. It was weird making a tutorial vid. Honestly, it was very strange, but you know, hey, we got through it. Hopefully we got through it together, but this is how you get VOPM. If this worked, make sure to like and subscribe. If this didn't work, make sure to unsubscribe and dislike and criticize me. Because this time, I truly deserve it. But yeah, that's how you do it. I'll see you guys. Peace.